This one morning I had just woken up in my room, but I just didn't want to do the work. I knew I had to do the work if I wanted to get the results that I wanted, the money, the status, the confidence. But it was just so easy to just stay laying in bed or just watching YouTube videos. Then I grabbed my phone, not to scroll on TikTok or on Instagram or on YouTube, but instead I open up my notes and I click on it and I see what I wrote yesterday. Last night I wrote with so much motivation what I was gonna do today. It was gonna be such a disciplined day. Last night I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And then I saw it. It was the thing I planned yesterday for today. And immediately I had so much more drive to actually do the work that I needed to do, because I was like, I didn't want to let down my younger self. And immediately I walked to the bathroom with my clothes, I took a cold shower, and then I immediately sat down to work. And as I was working, it hit me, and I realized it was two tiny things that changed the course of my entire day that I have been doing for such a long time. That if it wasn't for them, I would have missed out on so much productive work that I could have been doing. And that day, I really learned the power of these two strategies that were so minor that looked like they weren't going to make any difference. But when I actually did them and when I actually stayed consistent with them, that's when they changed the course of my entire day, almost every single day. I went from just like wanting to procrastinate, laying in bed, to almost just jumping out of bed and realizing like, oh wait, no, I remember why I'm doing this. I'm getting out of bed, taking a cold shower, and sitting down to work. And like I said, this has made me so much more productive compared to the days that I could just lay in bed and I actually got up and decided to work for example, the 1 hour I had before school, or the 3 hours that I usually work in the morning. And I want to tell you, if you are a business owner who is making over $200 per month, whether you do like TikTok clips, you do coaching, you do YouTube videos, you do whatever business model, and if you want to make more money, I have to teach people how to become more productive. So my goal is to double your input so you can ultimately double your output, so you double your productive power so you can double the amount of money you get. And I was DMing some people on Instagram, and it's so surprising to me that I've literally seen people who make so much money, but they think they're not even that productive. And then when I help them, they're like, oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? And then when I help them, the things that I tell them is usually like something that I just know, just at the back of my mind. For example, something that I usually tell you is link the task that you need to do to something that you want. And when I tell them to do something like this, they're like, oh yeah, and then they thank me so much because they have been able to increase their productivity power. And I realized that's just one tiny tactic. And it actually blows my mind. There's this guy that I was sending a DM to. He was posting like one video per day, let's say, around that. Maybe a few less actually. And as soon as I told him this strategy, he started just banging out videos on Instagram. He just started posting. And he started making way more money because he started making more videos which ultimately send them to a link. And I'm not sure about his funnel, but you get the idea. He made more money just because he had this tiny strategy, and it blows my mind. This guy who's making over, I'm not gonna like reveal too many details, but he made over 20,000 per month. And he actually showed me he didn't know what I knew. So like I said, if you're a business owner who's making over $200 per month and you want to make more money, and if you're interested in doubling your input so you can ultimately double the output, so you can ultimately double your money, then you can scroll down right now, click on the first link in the description where I give you my one-to-one help. I remember a few years ago when I heard these online self-improvement people telling you that cold shower is going to change your life and increase your dopamine by 300%. The first time I remember taking a cold shower was literally, I took off the shower head because apparently my shower could do that. I took off the shower head and I started like putting it up to my legs, then up to my torso, and then up to my body, like my chest, and then up to like obviously all my body. But it wasn't that easy because while I was doing every single millimeter that I moved this shower head up, it almost felt like I was burning alive. You know that feeling you get with a cold shower? Like I didn't just get in and felt the pain all at once. And I was doing it millimeter by millimeter, almost like I was in the beach and I was like going down millimeter by millimeter. But after I went through all that pain and actually took the shower, I felt so accomplished and so happy that I actually did so. And I was actually motivated to do the hard work, and I knew these people were telling me that it was going to increase my dopamine by 300%, weren't lying. And you can probably relate to this experience, and you can probably remember a time where you took a cold shower and it felt so painful, but after that it almost felt nice, it almost felt warm in your body, and the next task that you wanted to do, it almost felt easy. You almost felt motivated to do some stuff, you almost felt hyped. You did something painful, so everything else felt easy compared to taking the cold shower. And one day when I was in my room, I was watching an Agile Huberman podcast, and I learned that cold showers can actually increase temperature, and what that actually means is that it can actually wake you up. You know that feeling whenever cold shower hits you and you like fully awake. Well, it wasn't just like it makes you awake because of the cold shock, but it also makes you awake because it increases your temperature. And from that day on, I literally made it like a religious habit to literally just get up every single day early and take a cold shower, to not only increase my temperature but also my motivation. And every day after that, it almost went like this. I would wake up and I would feel a little bit tired, a little bit sluggish. I would go take a cold shower and I'll be right awake and I'll be motivated to actually work, and I'll smoothly sit down and start typing away at my screen or recording a video or actually doing the work that I needed to do. And it felt so easy because every single day I woke up and I did something difficult, and then everything else after that just felt like downhill, almost like it almost felt so much easier compared to taking this cold shower. And the reason was, like I said, whenever you take a cold shower, apparently your dopamine actually increases by 300%, meaning you're way more motivated to do things. And I think there's like a bonus that I feel myself, and you're probably gonna feel this if you ever take a cold shower. It's like you almost feel more confident because you think, especially if you do this, or at least I feel this, because I take a cold shower early in the morning, I almost think like to myself, oh, I actually did something disciplined in the morning. And I carry that confidence out in school, and that makes me talk to guys, talk to girls, and be confident. And I'm gonna tell you this story. I remember this one day, I literally woke up like a normal day. I woke up and I just didn't feel like doing the work, like just a typical day. Like I woke up, I didn't feel like doing the work, and I grabbed my phone and I looked at this particular page, and it was a thing that I planned yesterday, and I still didn't want to get up. I was like, yeah, I needed to do this stuff, like I needed to record this video, I needed to do this. But then when I kept looking at it, I reminded myself, oh wait, no, this is what my younger self planned for me. When he was like, before we went to bed, I was like full of discipline, full of motivation. So I was thinking about that moment. I was like, yeah, there's a reason I planned this. There's a reason I planned recording this video today, because I don't want to keep procrastinating on it. And with that same emotion, I literally got up and took a cold shower, and I literally sat down smoothly. And obviously, because I got that 300% boost from that cold shower, I just worked and I recorded the video. And that was the day what people call plan tomorrow today actually helped me, because for such a long time it never even helped me, because I never knew how to actually use it. But this day I actually looked at it and I remember why I actually read this. Not just to have a little cute thing that I can go to bed thinking like, oh yeah, tomorrow's going to be such a productive day. No, I actually was going to wake up and actually do this. And it actually helped me, and it actually changed of course. Imagine this. I want you to actually think of this. I don't want you to kind of like just to see this like, oh yeah, you woke up and you decided to work, woohoo. No, think about it. I woke up and I could have had two choices for the day. I could have just stayed in bed, which would have probably happened if I didn't plan tomorrow today and I didn't take a cold shower. So I would have laid in bed, woke up late, probably not even worked, had breakfast, and then just watch YouTube videos. And basically half of my day, it'll be like, I don't know, 1 p.m. and I'll just basically keep watching videos and maybe do like, let's say 1 hour worth of work. Now compare that to this day where I would have woken up, planned tomorrow today, and I looked at it and I woke up and I took a cold shower and I literally worked in the morning 1 to 3 hours. Then I took breakfast and I worked out, and then I just maybe watched some YouTube videos like about productive stuff, about learning how to work more, how to learn more, and I read. Imagine the difference between those 2 days. This day I literally worked for 1 hour and maybe read a bit, maybe went to the gym. This day I went to the gym, I worked for almost like 5 hours, I read and I learned. Imagine the difference between those two paths. Imagine the guy who does this and this over the course of 5 years. Who's gonna make more money? Obviously this guy. He's gonna make not even like 10x, he's gonna make 1000x more than this guy. And the reason this actually works planning more today is because when you go to bed, you probably have that discipline mode. But before you go to bed, you think to yourself, and this was probably happened to you, before you went to bed, maybe a few months ago, you still feel these. You think to yourself, oh, tomorrow's gonna be such a productive day. Today wasn't maybe too productive, or at least I feel this. I think like, oh, today wasn't too productive, and tomorrow I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna record a video, I'm gonna wake up early, and I'm gonna do that. But then when tomorrow comes, you just kind of like lay in bed and then you think to yourself, oh, it wasn't a productive day, and this cycle keeps going. But when you plan tomorrow today, what it does is you plan with full discipline, because when you're about to go to bed, you don't have emotions from tomorrow. You have the disciplined mood you have today. So basically you write down, you want to record this video, you write down what you actually need to do. So you have a plan for tomorrow itself. And even if you don't follow it 100%, let's say you follow it 40%, that's better than just not having a plan at all. Because if you don't have a plan, you could just kind of roam around your day. You think like, oh, I could record a video, but I don't really feel like it, because you got the emotions and whatever, and you don't end up doing anything. And these two tactics that I told you, like planning tomorrow today and taking a cold shower, this changed my entire life. Not only like business, but also my life at school and being confident at socializing. Because obviously, like I said, when I took a cold shower, I felt more confident. And when I felt more confident, obviously I spoke to more people, spoke to more girls, and obviously that made me feel happier, and that also made me work more in my business, because I was happy. I didn't have like belittling, horrible thoughts like breaking me down. It was just helping my business go up and up and up and up. And I'm going to tell you this experiment that you've probably heard of before. This scientist gave this man 2 milkshakes. Let's say you're the man, right? Let's say you're the man and you have these 2 milkshakes, right? The scientists give you this healthy milkshake, and they track the data, and yeah, it seems normal. The healthy milkshake is the one that would usually keep like your blood sugar, just basically the science things normal, right? Now they give you this sugary smoothie. It's a smoothie, it's the same, it's like smoothie. Like they're both smoothies, but this one's healthy and this one's unhealthy. So now they give you the unhealthy one. And like they expected, normally everything just starts spiking up, like your sugar, blood, whatever. Like basically like whatever you can think of, like chemicals, dopamine, whatever, is just flying all over the place. But the interesting part is that they give you the exact same smoothie. And the reason I tell you this is to remind you the power of the placebo effect. And just by believing these tactics are gonna work for you, they're gonna work way more than if you just kind of like think like, oh, maybe they'll work for me. For example, planning tomorrow today, I used to like not believe that it was gonna help me. I was like, how is writing something really gonna help me if I still feel the emotions the next morning? And like I always had that belief and it never helped me. Planning tomorrow today never helped me. Until the day that I actually like planned tomorrow today and I actually thought like, oh, it's actually gonna help me. This is like I planned this from yesterday. My younger self planned this for me with my disciplined, motivated mode. That's why I need to follow it. I don't just write it to write it, I write it to follow it. And when I actually did that, I actually made progress. I actually changed the course of my entire day just by believing it was gonna help me. I remember this is not just some woo-woo magic. This is literally like, remember the experiment I literally just told you 1 minute ago? They were the exact same milkshakes, and his whole body literally reacted different. One of them went crazy, obviously, in the sugary drink, and one of them went quite normal, like everything is stable with the normal drink. But they were the exact same drink. And here's exactly what you do, and here's exactly what you can copy from me so you can become basically almost like double your productivity with just these tiny 2 tactics. And basically what I do is every single night before I go to bed, and I really want you to do this, I want you to grab your phone and go into the notes app, and I want you to write what your ideal day would be tomorrow. For example, for me, yesterday I read, let me actually check with you. Oh, no, never mind, I'm recording on my phone. But point is, let's say I record this video, right? So I'm going to record this video, then I'm going to work out, then I'm going to read for 30 minutes, then I'm going to send some DMs, then I'm going to, I don't know, go outside for a bit, go for a walk, and then read until I have to go to bed. Let's just say I did that. That's not my day, but let's just say I did that. Imagine I follow it, literally just 50% of it. If I follow 50% of it, like I do the work and I do the workout and I read, that's better than just not having a plan, right? So think about yourself. What would your ideal day look like for tomorrow? And you can just write it down so you can just plan it. You're gonna do this work, you're gonna do this task like in your disciplined mode before you go to bed. And now you're gonna have that for tomorrow. And now remember, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have all these emotions that, oh, you don't want to get up, you don't want to do this, it's gonna be painful, maybe I can just wait for tomorrow. That's always an excuse that I have, and you probably have this excuse like, you can do it tomorrow. You always have that excuse, but you always say, you said that literally yesterday, and you said that the day before yesterday. Think to yourself, literally, when you wake up, think to yourself that you read this in a disciplined mode, and you're gonna actually do this. Even if you just follow 20% of it, that's still an improvement, that's just not following any plan at all. So after that, imagine you literally will get up and you get your towel, you get your clothes, and you're gonna take a cold shower to actually make this disciplined mode come back to you. Instead of you just waking up with emotions, you wake up, you could take a cold shower, and now you're actually in a logical mode. You're no longer with emotions. So you grab your towel, you grab your clothes, and you just take a cold shower. It doesn't even have to be such a long shower. Remember, if you've never taken cold showers before, you literally just open the shower, walking in it real quickly and stepping out of it, even just feeling the pain, for you is going to be a benefit. For example, for me, that's no longer a benefit because I've been taking cold showers for a while. Like me walking in now, it's going to actually be worse for me than if I just stay in there and obviously endure it, because I obviously have some tolerance, and you can build it up. Maybe right now you don't take cold showers, so you can maybe stay in there for 1 second, and then 5 seconds, and then 10 seconds, and then 20 seconds, and then 30 seconds. You can build it up every single day until it just becomes a natural habit. And remember, just believing that this is going to help you is going to be way better than just not believing that it's going to help you. Because think about it, if you just believe that taking a cold shower is going to make you more confident, and it's going to make you more productive, and it's going to make you more disciplined means you're going to be more likely to stick to your habits. And if you stick more to your habits, that means you're going to become healthier, you're going to become happier, you're going to become confident. That means you're going to get more girls, that means you're going to become healthier, you're going to make more money. Think about that. Just because you take a cold shower, and this is like what I said, highlighting the benefits, linking tasks that you need to do to something that you want. So really remember that you're not just taking a cold shower just to take a cold shower. You're taking a cold shower because you're gonna get all these benefits. And you probably felt like this magic in some habits. You've probably seen like some guy motivate you, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But like, you've seen YouTube videos of guys speaking about like cold showers and like this habit is gonna change your life and whatever, and you feel like it's so magical when you start doing it. But then after a while, you kind of lose this zest in it. It loses its magic, or at least that's kind of what I feel. I do sort of like, for example, I used to do this habit which was like taking sunlight. But after a while, I kind of like lost the magic in it, because I was like, it almost felt like a chore. And that's because I lost the meaning in it, which was sunlight was going to increase testosterone. Testosterone was obviously going to increase muscle mass. Muscle mass was going to increase confidence. For example, that was for me. It could be, for you, it could be a different habit. But just think in your mind, this will help you. Just think like, it's going to help me, it's going to help me, it's going to help me. And you almost visualize it in your mind. You wake up the next morning, and I want you not just to like think about it, just visualize it with me. Think about it. You're going to wake up tomorrow. You're going to like grab your phone, and I hope you're closing your eyes right now. So you're going to grab your phone, and you're going to see what you planned yesterday. You're going to feel like you don't want to do it, but then you get up, you grab your clothes, you grab your towel, and then you take a cold shower. You look at yourself in the mirror, you look great. and then you take a cold shower. It feels a little bit painful, but you endure it. Now you feel motivation. Now you feel happy. Now you feel motivated. You sit down smoothly to hit that work that you needed to do. You do the work, and now you've done your ideal day, basically. Now everything is just downhill from there. Everything's so easy. Imagine you did that every single day. That's kind of what my days look like, and that's kind of what I want your days to look like. So anyway, remember, I don't just want you to listen to this, feel motivated, and then not do anything. I want you to literally, I'm going to set a plan for you. Literally just, today, plan tomorrow, today. So literally just write down 3 things that you want to do tomorrow, right? It doesn't have to be like a big list like I do. I usually have like, I don't know, 10 points that I want to do. For example, you can just have 3 things. You want to work, you want to then eat a healthy meal, and then you want to go to the gym. But then every single day you can add another point. So after you go to the gym, you're actually going to read. Or maybe you don't like to read after the gym, so you just work again. So let's say you have, every single day you add another point. And with cold showers, if you've never taken a cold shower, obviously you kind of build it up from 1 second to 5 seconds to 10 seconds. But if you have taken cold showers, you already know, just get into the shower. Just as a little tip with taking cold showers, you don't just want to walk into the cold shower with your mundane, sleepy head kind of mode. Because if you do, you're just not going to want to take a cold shower. But the way I take cold showers, it's going to sound cringe. I literally walk into the cold shower almost like I've watched a motivational Instagram reel, right? You know the Instagram reels that motivate you, that have like some epic music and like tell you some motivational speech, right? That's kind of what I think of in my mind. I kind of like start singing in my mind, kind of start hopping around, hyping myself up. And when you're hype and you're happy and you're almost like excited to take the cold shower, and you think like, oh, if I take this cold shower, I'm going to become more disciplined. More discipline means more confidence means more girls. When you're in that hype mood, you literally walk into the cold shower and you get the benefits, and it feels good to do the habit instead of just walking in the mundane, sleepy head way. These habits have completely changed the course of my entire day. Because your year is made up of days, basically my whole life. My whole life has been changed just because of these habits. So if you're interested, like I said, if you're a business owner making over $200 per month and you want to make more money, I'm going to teach you how to double your inputs so you can ultimately double your outputs, right? So you can make more money. And like I said, it's actually surprising to me how people make money and are actually still unproductive, and how much time they could be saving, and how much time they could be like spending more in their business to grow it more, or in fact just spend a less time and still grow the same amount. It actually blows my mind. Like I told you, like the story at the beginning of the video, this guy who's making like 25,000 per month. And this guy literally, I told him one tactic that was like, that was circling in my mind because I kind of knew it because I have done it so many times. I told him that, and he just started like posting videos. It actually blew my mind. That was just one tactic out of the like hundreds that I have. So if you're interested, you can click on the first, scroll down right now, click on the first description, and I'm excited to teach you because I'm like almost constraining this knowledge in me, and I'm like shivering, I'm like shaking to give you this knowledge. Like I'm excited, and I know you're gonna be excited to get this knowledge and actually learn how. But my goal is to double your input so you can ultimately double your output, so you can literally work less and get the same amount of output, or you can literally work more and get quadruple the amount of output. It's actually crazy because outputs don't just go like this. They do just go linear. They compound. For example, the guy who works 4 hours and compared to the guy who works 1 hour, the guy who works 4 hours is gonna like explode his income. The guy who works 1 hour is gonna go super slowly. But anyway, I hope you found some beneficial in this video. And like I said, if you're a business owner, if you want to make more money and want to double their input so you can double your output, that will be the first link in the description, and I'll see you.